So I'm right now reading Bhagavad Gita, and in the first chapter, 23rd text, Arjun asks Lord Krishna to take the chariot in the middle of the battlefield so that he can see how many or who are there in Duryodhana's side. And there he says that Duryodhana is a bad person. So if people have joined Duryodhana to participate in this war, they must be the birds of same feather. Now, well, even if you don't know Bhagavad Gita, it's fine, because I'm telling you a different scene from my own house. So I have this relative of mine, and she is the most evil person I have ever had the opportunity to meet and interact with. Now she makes up stories, she interferes in other people's lives, she basically ruins other people's lives, calls names, does black magic to affect my family, especially because we stay nearby. She's basically the most evil person I know. Now, growing up, I was, wanted to be respectful of her because she's, elder and a very close relative. So always made sure that if she ever spoke to me, I speak back and stuff. But after now that I'm grown up and I can, think for myself, I decided that I'm never going to entertain her or her family, like her particular nuclear family, in my life ever again. So now she spread stories about me, my sibling, my parents, all around to other relatives. And somehow or the other, because relatives speak and because of this network that is there, it somehow comes into the ears of my mother. Now, my mother is a very strong woman. She's like the strongest person I know, but she's also very vulnerable and emotional. So when she hears that my relative, that evil woman, is talking smack about us and our family and her, she gets affected. Now, for the longest time, I had been sympathetic to my mother's feelings, hurt them, whatever, right? But then, recent years, I've always told this to my mother: Mom, if people are friends with her, then they must also have the same characteristics of her. Otherwise, why would they be friends with her? Number one. Then, and if she goes to their house and they welcome her into her house and listen to her talk in really bad things about our family, and somehow they engage in the conversation either because they are interested in gossip or they want to know what is happening with our family, well, then you shouldn't listen to them. And you guys might know that when a news spreads from one person to another person, there's always a lot of external details that is added into that. So if a person says ABC, the second person to whom it is spread, there will be a D, an E, and F, and by the time it comes to us, there might be A to Z. So when you hear about it, of course it will upset. But think about the source. Think about who the main source is. And if she is telling smack about us and people are engaging in that conversation, ultimately coming to us and, speaking about it, it might hurt, but it is her who is speaking. And everybody, all the relatives actually know what her personality is. Everybody do not like her. I don't know, she might not be anybody's favorite. And if they are engaging in that conversation, you should know what their character is. So you should not engage them in your life. You should rather avoid them in your life. Now, for the longest time I have known, my family has never interacted with any of the extended families ever. It's only about the siblings of my mother and sometimes siblings of my father. That's it. We don't go out, so I don't really know how to interact with relatives much. But when people, talk about these things, it happens. So this verse just said it. So therefore, all the persons who have joined the side of Duryodhana must have been birds of the same feather. Doesn't it make sense? So in your life, if you have people who really talk ill about you and you know their personality, that this is what they are, this is what their mindset is, they're either jealous of you or they wish bad things for you, then you should know that if they do say things, and if it is bad, then you shouldn't even consider it, because maybe it is not the case. People often change things than they appear. And come on, everybody has their own perspectives. There is no truth. That is my opinion. It is all about perspectives. I might feel something about a situation, my husband might feel something about a situation, my dog might feel something about a situation, my in-laws might feel something about a situation. It is just perspective. At the end of the day, an incident happened, you see the way you want. Similarly, when you hear people talking about you, when you know for sure that you or your immediate loved ones have not done such things, do not jump to conclusions. Do not let that affect your emotions, ruin your day, ruin your work, ruin your mindset. Just, do what gives you peace. Chanting Hare Krishna gives you peace, do it. Drawing, watching a movie, doing anything, do that. Just don't listen to bad people when you know they are Duryodhana.